welcome to Community High School News Report with me, Robin.
And me, Isla.
The headlines tonight are:
This month, Community High School is 40 years old. Coming up later, exclusive interview with Mrs. Neal, a former pupil and now teacher at the school.
Tonight here at Community High School, we are hosting the K Factor, which is a concert in which pupils from our school compete.
And today's local story. The Highland Council visited Community High School on Tuesday after an appeal for more funding to improve the school was put in from pupils and parent council.
But today's top story: 10 killed in roadside bomb. Here's Ailey with the details.
A roadside bomb killed 10 American civilians, while another 3 Australian troops have been badly wounded. The blast killed 7 people immediately, while 3 others died later of their wounds in hospital. The US could end up sending even more troops to Afghanistan as part of a strategy. The Obama administration is expected to announce this later in the week. The number of roadside bomb attacks in Afghanistan has increased by 30% since last year. Many of the attacks end up missing the troops that were being targeted and kill Afghan civilians. US comrades have requested a total of 30,000 administrative troops to battle the militants.
Thank you, Ailey.
On Tuesday, 8 representatives from the Highland Council visited the school to investigate the school's condition. 2 pupils showed the representatives some of the classrooms which require repair and modernising. It is hoped that this will lead to the school securing funding to improve the school's accommodation.
Next up we have Isla, who met with Mrs. Neal earlier today.
What are a few things you remember when you first came to school 36 years ago?
Well, I think the building was one of the things that seemed very big and like a big Lego building somehow. I remember that, and I remember quite a lot of the teachers who were here at the time. Mr. Webster was actually, well, he wasn't actually here in 1973, but Mr. Russell, who Jock Lodge is called after, and he was here and he was wearing a kilt. So I remember that. It was part of the school uniform in those days. I remember the headmaster at assembly telling the children that it was the best equipped school in the country. I don't suppose it is now, but you probably think it's quite funny, but we didn't have any computers. We had, I think, 2 televisions. There was no photocopiers or anything like that, so it's quite different to what it is today. Other things I remember were that the children in 4th year were what we called the Roslav pupils. It was the raising of the school's leaving age that year. You could have left school at 15 before that, and then they raised it to 16, so there were quite a few young men in particular who really didn't want to be here, but they were all very pleasant. What else do I remember? The belt. I remember the belt, this horrible thing that all teachers had, and that was how discipline was carried out in those days. I remember having a prize-giving day when we all wore robes and cloaks and looked quite formal as well. We had staff, pupil hockey matches and football matches. You wouldn't find that nowadays, would you? What else do I remember? Well, certainly things that have changed. I think the school has become, or education has become much more pupil-centred. For example, in the old days, when I came here at first, that was all that there was about a pupil, a report with a few photographs and exam marks, because every class had exams every year. And now, if you were to go to guidance, you would see great files like this about pupils, because education has become much more pupil-centred, I would say.
Thank you to Mrs. Neal for giving up your time.
And in other news, Community High School pupils have been busy rehearsing for the K Factor talent show. The concert contains many different talents.
From classical to traditional, from dancing to guitar solos, anyone and everyone is getting involved.
Robin met with some of the competitors this morning.
Me, I'm Nicola and I'm singing.
Margaret?
That's Jordan, Calvin, I'm Gemma, and we're singing Dear Mr. President by Pink.
How did you come to the decision that you wanted to perform?
Well, I've done it the past few years, and I just thought it'd be another good experience to show how.
I feel it, you feel it, that this was meant to be. I know it, you know it, that you are made for me. We can't deny this any longer. Day by day it's getting stronger. I won't it, and you won't it, but the people won't see.
Good luck to all those involved.
And here's Rona to give us the update on sports.
This is Rona with the Sports for Kingussie High School News Report. Recently, we have been blessed with a lot of snow in the Highlands. This has led to a great boost in tourism industry and more skiing successes. Katie has recently been out in Austria securing her place as Girls British Nordic Pursuit Champion for under-18s. This involved an 8-day camp, 2 days travelling and 6 days on the snow. The days took turn about. The training day consisted of 1.5 hours ski in the morning and afternoon. In the evenings, the skiers did stretches to relax from their busy day. The other days were made up from different races. School biathlon trainees have been away achieving great success, with runner-up prizes and 1 first place. Earlier on this month, a quartet of boys, Callum, Antonio, Scott and Craig, went to Obertilliach. This is where the British Championships were held. This was part of biathlon training. They did very well, claiming runners-up prizes. They did shooting, skiing and many more activities and events. Well done to the boys and keep up the excellent work. Kingussie High School Girls Shinty Team thrashed Lochaber's Girls Shinty Team 8-0 on Sunday. Kingussie High School Girls Football Team beat Lochaber Girls 5-0 last Tuesday. And in Formula 1 racing, Lewis Hamilton is staying with McLaren. First race starts on Sunday at 9 a.m. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks for that, Rona. So let's hope it's going to be decent weather today. Now it's time for Jessie with the weather.
Thank you, Isla. I'm currently on top of the Cairngorm Mountain, 12 miles north of Kingussie High School. It's absolutely freezing, and it's about 0.5 degrees C, with a wind chill of about -2 degrees C. And here's the weather where you are.
The whole of Scotland will be experiencing lots of rain throughout the day, with temperatures ranging from 6 degrees Celsius in Tobermory to around 10 degrees Celsius in Aberdeenshire. This will continue during the night, with temperatures dropping to around 2 degrees Celsius. Friday doesn't look much better, I'm afraid. That rain will continue to spread across the country, turning to sleet in some places. Temperatures overnight will range from 1 degree Celsius to about 8 degrees Celsius. By Saturday, the rain should have cleared from southern parts of Scotland, but higher north could be experiencing some snow, which could prove beneficial for skiers on the Cairngorms. Saturday night will be mainly cloudy, with some breaks in cloud here and there. Temperatures could drop as low as 1 degree Celsius. Now back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Jessie. And finally,
A truck carrying thousands of thesauruses crashed near Kingussie on the A9. Onlookers were said to be shocked,
horrified,
appalled,
overwhelmed,
disgusted,
dumbfounded.
and speechless. You've been watching KHS TV.
So for now,
Goodbye for me, Robin.
and goodbye from me, Isla.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.